Alright. So here we are, week 2 with Kasimir. This week I really worked targeting. So here first we're going to target a handheld target. It's a blue and white target on a stick. And what I'm asking him to do is target that with his nose. And when he does that, he gets rewarded with the positive reinforcement with the food. And those are Timothy pellets, so nothing too sweet that's more than what's already in his hay bag or on the ground. And he's super smart, picks up on this really quickly. This is to also introduce the stationary target, which you'll see here in a second. Here, this is me feeding him. I do this every day, and he's gotten a lot better with me climbing over the panels. He used to get super spooked by that, me climbing over, me being noisy. Now he comes up, I'm able to pet him, and he is pretty excited about his grain. I'm able to stand pretty close to him when he does eat. I do back up to give him a little bit of space. There you see, I got a little bit nervous as I walked past him, but now I'm getting his hay bag. So I have a hay bag that I use with him. Very similar to what's in the bucket or the red treat bag that you see me working with him with. Here we're introducing the stationary target, which is the cone. Just like I asked him to target the handheld target, now I'm asking him to target the cone with his nose, and when he does that, I reward him. And this is to introduce the next step, which is called the start button. The start button is a way of letting the horse communicate when he's ready for me to do a movement he's not necessarily comfortable with, a way to help with the two-way communication between him and me. So the point now that he is able to target the stationary target on his own is when he does touch the target, I am going to introduce a movement he's not necessarily comfortable with, going to his sides of his face and his neck, and then he will get rewarded for it. And I won't touch him until he does that. So, idea is he touches the cone, telling me it's okay for me to touch him, and then he gets rewarded. And I do not do that until he does touch the cone. So he picks up on this pretty quickly, and some days are better than others. One day it was windy, and he was not about it, but he's doing really well with that. This is all to, like I said, helping me progress the touch from his face to his body. Today I was able to actually lead him with a lead rope. Everything I've done up to this point has been at liberty, meaning there's no rope attached to his halter. He is in my space, I'm in his space by choice. Now I'm introducing a little bit of pressure on the halter, leading him a little bit, asking him to come forward, having him follow me a little bit to introduce that as well in his training. And this coming week we're really going to start exploring that mode of training as well. Super good boy. You can tell it makes him a little bit nervous to have that pressure on the halter, but you can tell that he does trust me. His ears are kind of moving back and forth. He likes the face being scratched. Next day too, I was able to do the same thing, put a little pressure on the halter, lead him back and forth without any issues. Today I switched out the water in his pen, and true to his personality, he walks over and knocks over the camera, being the awesome cameraman that he is. Again, working the targeting and start button or start signal with him, allowing him to tell me when it's okay to touch him. I am pushing into his comfort zone, but he is responding very well. On his right side, I'm able to get to his shoulder. On his left, I'm getting there as well too, so pretty exciting. It is definitely worth noting that Kas's pen is right at the entrance to the barn, so people will pop out in and out of that entrance. Horses will move around there. He will notice it, but I'm able to direct his energy back to me during our sessions. It's pretty standard for people to be hanging out at the panels talking to me. Here I'm on low-key right near Kas's pen. This really used to freak Kas out, but he's gotten a lot better with it. Still very alert, obviously, with the ears towards us, kind of trying to wonder what's going on. We just got back from a 7-mile ride. We are getting ready for our first endurance event, so Lokes is a trooper and I love him. I love both these boys. They've taught me so much about myself, and really looking forward to what the future holds.